Alexander's got 35 in the game.
And what a move, guys. I mean, he's absolutely embarrassing him out there right now.
Well, that's an ankle breaker, Greg. You know that. And then he calmly knocked it down. Sweet.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passing. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Leonard, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Here's Alexander, guarded by Holiday. From outside the arc, Alexander gets the bucket. Alexander's got 38 points.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Here's Anderson. Again, the Pelicans score.
He has still not missed a shot. Where would they be today without him?
Here's Alexander, guarded by Holiday. And a wide open look for James. Bangs home the trifecta. LeBron's got 5.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They have been.
And it's Gordon missing.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
Here's Holiday, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And guys, for Drew Holiday last season was a tale of 2 halves. Over the first half, he displayed the leadership and the playmaking skills the team had originally acquired him for.
You know what, Kevin? Over the second half of the year, everything just kind of fell apart for Drew. He couldn't shake an injury to his lower right leg, and as a result, had to watch from the bench as his team fought for its playoff lives.
New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Cole. He's got 10. Kobe comes with the double team. Leonard against Evans. Clock at 6. Shot is off. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass. He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Big Daddy. 40 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of 3-pointers on him.
Yeah, and Clark, you can tell they're good right now when the ball leaves his hand. He has racked up a ton of points.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Anderson. Rush comes in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Pondexter in for Drew Holiday. Dishes to Cunningham. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Pondexter, the pass to Rush. And the rejection by Leonard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Alexander. Shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. That's good. Shaq's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Here's Cole. He's covered by Westbrook. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Tries it from the top of the key. Offensive rebound. Ajinça, and the layup's good off the glass. Ajinça's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Outside Westbrook. Elbow shot is on the way, and he hits the jumper for 2.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep... getting burned.
Cole dishes to Cunningham. In the corner, Rush with it. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there. And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Cousins, Durant, Jordan, Alexander.
Kicks it to Pondexter. They set the pick. Feeds to Ajinça. Goes up on the block. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Here's Alexander, and he has 42. Off target from three-point range. Now Rush. There's the feed to Cole. He dishes it to Pondexter. Ajinça kicks to Cole. Pass to Rush. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Alexander. Cans the 12-footer. Alexander's got 44.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Cole, the pass to Cunningham. He feeds it to Rush. New Orleans moving it around. Cunningham kicks to Cole. Just 5 to shoot. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half. Here's Alexander. Rebound by Ajinça.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
And the pass to Pondexter. Rush dishes to Pondexter. Cunningham kicks to Ajinça. Pass to Pondexter. From deep. O'Neal with the rebound. Being a magnificent 69% in this game. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Pondexter kicks to Cole. Inside, stolen by O'Neal. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous, stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one.
Down low, here's Cole. Got a piece of it. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's stolen by Ajinça. Deep two from Rush. And Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down. O'Neal's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Yeah, third turnover of the quarter, and he has got to value that basketball more.
Pelicans ball.
Here's Pondexter, guarded by Jordan. And Cole kicks to Rush. Lets it go from the wing. The shot no good.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there, even though it didn't go.
And through one half, it hasn't even.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting...
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. It's been a clinic out there by Big Daddy.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
We've got Shaquille O'Neal. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Big Daddy. And it's Bryant in at the 2 spot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Kawhi Leonard, with another great season last year, earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
Holiday, the pass to Asher. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
There's the dish to Leonard. And Bryant kicks to Alexander. Shoots it. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Holiday.
And, you know, for Leonard, you can add that Defensive Player of the Year award to his hardware list, and that puts him in elite company, one of only 3 players to win Defensive Player of the Year and Finals MVP. The other 2, Jordan and Olajuwon.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Gordon, and the rejection by O'Neal.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
Here's Holiday. He has 7. Evans kicks to Anderson. 4 on the shot clock. 13 feet away. And that one's good. Anderson's got 15.
And for Leonard, winning the Defensive Player of the Year didn't change him at all. I mean, he received a car for winning that award and gave it to charity. Went out of his way to thank his teammates during his acceptance speech. I mean, I think it speaks of his character and really the impact that Popovich has had on him and that entire Spurs team.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Holiday dishes to Asher. Evans at the elbow. Right side Holiday. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 9 points in the game so far. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
Tries again. Bryant with the rebound.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's Alexander. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And Anderson has it in the corner. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. Some guys will try to overpower you at the rim, but he likes to elude you and trick you. He's got quickness and a soft touch.
Leonard kicks to Davis. Here's Alexander. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Outside Holiday. He kicks to Anderson. Screen by Ashik. Evans passes to Gordon. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And so much for repeating the 3-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Goes up the baseline. Alexander grabs the board.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
The Pelicans have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the 3rd quarter got underway. And here's Gordon. Passes to Ashik. Now here's Gordon. Down low. Deflects the pass. Stolen by O'Neal. Here's Alexander. Finishes the break with a slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screen. Team, you get a lot of open looks from it.
To the left side wing. O'Neal kicks to Alexander. Back to Davis. Stolen by Anderson. Evans dishes to Gordon. And they double up Gordon. Outside Holiday. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to it.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Alexander. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for New Orleans. Coles comes in for Eric Gordon. And Leonard gets it to go.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Ajinça kicks to Cole. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Getting back to Holiday, we've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up.
Well, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he'll very well be one of the best guards in the league. Only 25 years old right now. Plenty of time.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Cole, the pass to Ajinça. An easy layup after coming off the pit. Ajinça's got 10.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just
nasty, absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of
I
tricks
tell you
there.
what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
Cole dishes to Cunningham. And Rush kicks to Cunningham. New Orleans moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. And James pulls it down. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. He can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
And both free throws good for Davis.
You know, guys, it's really amazing just how quickly Anthony Davis has blossomed into stardom. You know, by age 21, he was arguably the best player in the game. At age 17, he only had one scholarship offer for college, and that was from Cleveland State to play point guard.
And in high school, Anthony Davis didn't play for a powerhouse. Perspectives Charter School, only around 200 kids.
Certainly not an NBA hotbed. They had him bring the ball up court and work in the post, much to his developmental benefit. A lot of losses, but he said that it made him a better leader dealing with that adversity.
New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Cole, the pass to Pondexter. Here's Cole, covered by Lillard. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And he gets it to go. Lillard's got his first bucket of the night.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Here's Cole, covered by Lillard. 4 on the shot clock. And it's sent back by O'Neal. But they'll get another chance.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
It's Harden with the drive, and he gets the bucket.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here. He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Wall dishes to O'Neal. Lillard attacking from down in the low post. It goes. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Here is Cunningham, guarded by O'Neal. Pondexter kicks to Cunningham. Pulls it from 20, and that one's good. Wall with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Dishes to Cousins. Back to Wall. Unloads from 13. That is good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And Cole kicks to Ajinça. Pondexter from outside. They get it again.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Here's Rush, covered by Lillard. It's blocked by Shaq. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here.
Substitution on the court. Kevin Durant. Kawhi Leonard. Michael Jordan. Russell Westbrook. Timeout call.
Well, last season, Quincy Pondexter was moved to the Pelicans. He really took off after the trade and played some of his best basketball to date.
Alexander's checked in for Russell Westbrook. New Orleans has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. There's the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Cunningham kicks to Ajinça. The second chance effort. Shaq with some nice deep. Thing has been out of this world. 74% from the field. Leonard. Boom. He jams it straight down.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting 44% on their field goal attempts in quarter 3. Here's Cunningham. It's deflected. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here.
Out of bounds. New Orleans ball.
.50 seconds left in the third. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
The defense there got away with a... Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam. Now, Clark, that is... just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk. Like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw
tell
one.
you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while. And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And GA, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Here's Durant, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there. The rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
The Pelicans have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Here's Alexander. That will count. Got it off in time, but it's... And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And for the Pelicans, they're shooting around 40% from the floor here. So for New Orleans right now, Gordon and Pondexter are the wingmen. Luke Babbitt is out there with Perkins, and it's Douglas in at the 1. Gordon, the pass to Babbitt. Back to Gordon. Just 5 to shoot, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
That's an inexcusable mistake, guys. That's not the way to get back in the game.
And I don't know if anybody can tell you what he was thinking, because I certainly have no idea.
It's Durant with the drive. Davis dishes to Westbrook, kicks it to James. Second shot opportunity, and there's the call on James. That's foul number. Number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Gordon kicks to Babbitt. Here's Perkins, drilled from 11 feet out. Perkins got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for New Orleans.
And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
Durant for 3. Again, Durant missing. Pondexter, the pass to Douglas. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Westbrook. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Here's Douglas. Banked in off the glass.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
And the dunk by Jordan.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Gordon against Jordan, and it's Gordon penetrating.
And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Davis.
Timeout call.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. No good from Durant. You know, we were talking about Eric Gordon. He's always had great range, but not always the great shot selection.
You know, and that's a great point because, you know, we see now that he's starting to mature, starting to value every possession. And that's good news for the rest of that team.
For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And it's Perkins in the corner. Gordon against Durant, and it's Gordon penetrating. Perkins dishes to Babbitt. Pondexter kicks to Perkins. From the stripe. Kept alive. Babbitt, and the rejection by Cousins. They recover it. Perkins, the pass to Douglas. To the paint, here's Babbitt, and they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor. Here's Alexander, defended by Douglas. Outside for Jordan. Hits it from three-point range.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
Now here's Douglas. Defense is right there. And he banks in the layup.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Durant kicks to Alexander. Outside Jordan. On deep. Can't get it to go. And New Orleans will come the other way. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
Pelicans ball.
Now Pondexter. And here's Douglas. Stolen by Durant. And he lobs it up.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Now here's Douglas. He's guarded closely. Three-pointer. And another three for New Orleans.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Shoots it up. Alexander gets the bucket. Alexander's got 60.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Feeds it to Pondexter. Jacks up a three. And it's Shaq with the rebound. Shaq's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Alexander, no luck.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play.
Here's Gordon. The feed now to Pondexter. Now here's Douglas. Another shot. And the layup is good. Douglas has got 6 points in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety. Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money, but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any given year. Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one.
And Durant sends it back. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Douglas with it. Pulls up. And Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down. O'Neal's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Well, we were talking about max contracts. There are arguments to their benefits. Commissioner Adam Silver said last year that he feels they help with parity. What do you think?
You know, for the most part, I do believe he's correct. I mean, they do help with parity. For guys like LeBron and Durant, let's face it, the big max contract can be a hindrance. They're probably considered to be worth far more than they're paid. But it's going to be something that is debated back and forth throughout the next negotiations for the CBA.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Now here's Douglas, guarded closely. He dishes it to Babbitt. Shot clock at 6. Here's Pondexter. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Durant, the pass to Alexander. No good on the 3.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Perkins dishes to Douglas. It's a very good look and converts. Gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Pickoff in midair. It's tipped. Outside for Durant. Out to the wing. Here's Alexander. They get it back. Back to Durant. Out to the wing. Alexander gets the bucket.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. They set the pick. Here's Douglas. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Here's Alexander. Defended by Douglas. Outside Jordan.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Pass to Babbitt. He feeds it to Douglas. And the pass to Pondexter. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Gordon's running. Can't cash in from close range.
Oof, rough game offensively. He's really struggled, and really probably why they're trailing.
Shaq kicks to Alexander. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. That's in, coming off a nice assist from Douglas. And it's 6 points for Eric Gordon. From downtown. Outside for Durant. Pass to O'Neal. There's the dish to Jordan. And stolen by Gordon. And now running up the court, Douglas pushing it up. The 10-footer. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And Big Daddy picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. New Orleans making some changes here. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Perkins. Cunningham comes in for Luke Babbitt. And it's Rush in for Eric Gordon. Cunningham kicks to Ajinça. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Douglas, the pass to Rush. Just 5 on the clock. He kicks to Cunningham. Pass to Douglas. Launches a 3. And it's Shaq with the rebound. Gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring. You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
And there are arguments, Clark, on both sides for the NBA and the age restriction it has currently right now. Having one seems to have helped the level of play overall, but I think there's some improvements that can be made.
Yeah, with the D-League coming into its own, though, Kevin, the discussion has opened up again. NBA teams used to not have a place for high school players. The D-League could serve in that regard now, but having a restriction is something that I think has helped the NBA. I actually would like to see it be 20 years old.
Me too. .41 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's the screen. Cunningham. That's good with a Douglas assist.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Here's Alexander, defended by Douglas. Alexander, no luck. Jordan against Douglas. Dishes to Rush. Shoots the three. Kept alive. Kicks it to Cunningham. And so they get the victory here at home. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thanks, Kevin. LeBron, what have you discovered defensively that enabled you to win this ball game?
I mean, well, they broke us down still off the bounce. We want to do a better job of trying to keep our chest in front of them, but we did a really good job of contesting their shots, and it allowed us to get on the boards and get rebounds.
Perhaps not perfect, LeBron, but certainly good enough. Thank you so much. Kev, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
He was literally unstoppable tonight, Ernie. Those defenders that were trying to guard him are going to have nightmares tonight. He put on a clinic on how to break down the defense. With that kind of